Afternoon, Gossip Talk Shows family. It's Namsa here at Gossip Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. With me today, I have Angie Simmons, and Kamal Emma. How are you guys?
Fabulous, thank you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Awesome. Our topic today is unlock your potential, discover the power of a positive mindset. Angie, you chose this topic, so I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction. So to our Gossip Talk Shows family, if you're looking for ways to change your life for a better, or just you want to find motivation to keep you going, then this video is for you. And we're going to explore the benefits of positive mindset and how it can help you reach your potential and in any area of your life. So Angie, you chose this topic. Could you please explain to our audience what was in your mind when you chose this topic, please?
Well, positive mindset, changing your mindset is very, very close to my heart because 2014, I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I just thought the cards that had been dealt to me in my life, that old, why is this happening to me? Instead of actually realizing it was happening for me, because all the situations that I'd been through was actually making me a stronger person. So when I started working on myself in 2014, I started changing myself without even realizing. And I had a more posture about myself. I had more confidence about myself. And in 2018 was when I saw the true power of the work that I'd been doing. And that is when I went, wow, this stuff really does work. And since 2014, since 2018, I've become a published author. I've got, I think I've been co-authored in 4 books. I've been in Success Magazine. I've been on loads of podcasts, radios, became a coach. So I've literally been able to change my life just by changing my mindset. My mindset back in 2014 was I had to work hard to build somebody else's business and future, because that's what I've been taught to do, is to work hard in your job. Didn't have the confidence or the mindset to become self-employed. Yes, I've got a little bit of a dog grooming business, but that's all. I didn't see it as a dog grooming business. I just saw it as credit card money, if that makes sense. So when I started working on my mindset and then realizing, actually, I've got a viable business here, and thinking differently about building mine and my daughter's future instead of somebody else's. And what that enabled me to do by becoming self-employed is be there for my daughter, because I was never there for her. Become the mum that I've always wanted to be able to impact my daughter's mindset, for her to be able to follow her dream to become an actress, which she's been on the West End twice. And now she's just been recalled for another, I'm really excited, bless her, for another drama school in Liverpool. None of that would have happened. Thank you. None of that would have happened if I hadn't have changed my mindset and worked on me. What do you think to that, Kamal? What are your thoughts on the topic?
I think this is a wonderful introduction and congratulations to your daughter, and obviously to you, but we've known each other for quite a bit. So, well, it's, I think it happens to many people that decide to change their life, that want to make a difference. You were talking about the cards that you were dealt, and that's how you live your life. And just as a statistical understanding for our viewers, about 89 to 92% of the world population live their life with the cards that they've been dealt with. They don't seek growth, they don't seek the changes, they don't look into how life is working for them, not why this is happening to them. And so I'm joining your hands today, and I'm excited to talk about power of mindset, obviously from an NLP perspective as well, and a life purpose coach. It's all about mindset. And a lot of people confuse that positive mindset to be a sort of temporary mood or an attitude. It's more of a way of thinking and perceiving the world that transforms your life in profound ways, right? Lots of research has been done on this subject and has proven and has shown that mindset can lead to better physical health, improved relationships, increased resilience, greater well-being. And so people that have a positive mindset tend to approach the challenges of life as opportunities, as you were talking about, for growth. And they're more likely to persevere in the face of setbacks. And the truth is, we all know that life is full of challenges. And the way we think about these challenges will make all the difference in our life. When we approach life with a positive mindset, when we approach life with that attitude of, this is happening for me, we're more likely to find solutions and see the good in others, see the good in these events, and experience life more joyfully and in a more fulfilled way. And so I think today it's all about sharing our experiences, the tips, and to help our viewers cultivate that positive mindset so that we can show them how this mindset can create a more purposeful life. I will quote myself and say. Nomsa?
I love that. I love Angie's story, and I love what Kamal, what you just said, Kamal, that life is happening for us, not to us, because we intend to, when things are not going our way, we intend to be like, why me, why me? And, you know, the power of the positive mindset is to be able to actually embrace your past and your failures and not blaming yourself or looking at them and you're like, why me? Why did I have to go through that? It's all about divorcing the past and taking the skills from your past and say, you know what, I'm leaving you behind and I'm going to create the mindset, a different mindset, and just tweaking things a little bit. You'll be surprised when you actually use your mindset to tweak your life a little bit, how it can change things. And also not going in there feeling sorry club, like what Kamal was saying, that life happens. People are not going to treat us well. Or like Angie now, her daughter, she's doing the auditions. And somebody might say, oh, you are not good enough. But does it really mean that that child is not good enough? You just have to believe in yourself, because if Angie knows how good a child is, or if I know how good my child is, they can go to 100 audition. But if they keep getting no, it means there's a yes out there. So you just have to believe in the life. And also Angie, she changed her, used to work for somebody and decided I'm going to work my own hours, be there for my daughter so I can take her wherever she wants. And she built that life for her daughter, and which is really good. And I do that for my children as well. I just do whatever I can to be there for them. And the mindset is all about, for me, how I get all these acting jobs and stuff, I just approach people. And wherever my children go, if there's a tutor that is training them, I make it clear to their tutor that if you're training my children, you have to give them the opportunities. And if they're not doing well, you cannot wait. As long as you're not bullying them, as long as you're directing them to the right direction, you have to be there as a parent. And I can't get involved. I can only get involved with finances. But I'm happy for you to give her the opportunities and be there for her. And I find it is really, really easy for people to say, oh, hope I have this acting work. Do you want to get involved? Or I have this. Do you want to get involved? And also approaching people as well is very, very important. I just go online, and I look at who is involved, who is in charge in this department. I make phone calls. And sometimes if I was to tell people that this is what I'm doing, my family will be like, but you are, number one, you're Black, no one is going to listen to you. They're going to tell me the 20 reasons why people won't listen to me. But because of my mindset, I know that if I don't ask, I'm never going to know the results. I just approach people and I'm like, this is what my daughter wants, or this is what I would like to do. Is there opportunities for me? Sometimes I get no, it's fine. Sometimes I get yes, it's fine. So that's why the mindset, you have to have a mindset of if you want something, you go and get it. And if you get the answer that you don't want, you have to welcome that answer and just keep going. It doesn't mean a no, it does. A no is a training. And if life, it doesn't go how we want, it's a skill. What are we learning in that life? We're learning to solve the problems, and we're learning to receive the bad news and the good news. And then we have to celebrate as well. Over to you, Angie.
Absolutely.
Congratulations for your daughter, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been an incredible journey. Anybody that has a child, has kids, knows that they don't come with instructions, unfortunately, and they definitely don't come with a remote control. So it's being a single parent, it has been lots of challenges, but me and my daughter have both grown through them. Trust me, there has been times, like, especially before I got into the work, that I do now, was like, oh, really? Can I do this? Can I really do this? And I did doubt myself massively, thinking that, I couldn't do this parenting malarkey. I would never be the person that I thought I could be, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, thank you very much. Success comes with hard work sometimes, but it is, like you say, celebrate those achievements. I come from a place years ago that I never used to celebrate myself for fear of being judged, fear of being told I was big-headed. Going back to when I was little, celebrating my birthday, I got chastised for sharing that it was my birthday. So I learned from a very young age to try and keep quiet, although that's not what I'm known for. Somebody actually said to me the other day, you've got a really calming voice. I was like, that's the first time I've heard that, and I'm nearly 50. Normally it's, yeah, Angie, she has a big mouth and she don't mind saying what she thinks, but it took me years to get to that person. I know, when we look at children at school or circumstances, you'll find that children act differently, or they're doing something because of the way they're being treated at home, or something else. There's a kid bullying them, so they'll bully somebody else. Yeah, here I am. That was me. But yeah, it's been a journey, and I'm really excited for her and the Go for No. I remember a few years back, I was trying to get myself a brand new car with this company that I'm partnered with. And you have to get 75 personal customers. And my daughter used to come with me all the time. And she'd see the frustration in my face, even though I was like, it's fine. There'll be another yes somewhere. You have to go through a few no's before you get a yes. It's okay. It's okay. As a child herself, she didn't get it. And when we was talking last week, hence I picked this topic, she said to me, she says, Mom, I never got it when you was going for that Mini. I was like, why are you going for this, Mom? It's taking you forever to make it happen. And she says, but you didn't quit. You made it happen. And I was like, yeah, you focus on your goal and you just keep going. And if you get a no, or you get, like we said earlier, challenge, it's fine. Use it as a stepping stone to help you go forward. As long as you don't quit on whatever it is you want to achieve, you're going to get success. But just going back to what Kamal said earlier, in regards to a better mindset and health and well-being. Before I started my journey on the inner work, the personal growth, I was always ill. Always ill. I would be in an hospital 2-3 times a year with my asthma. I was getting colds left, right, and centre. My bones are, I'm getting on now, and being an ex-motorbike rider, having accidents, and then doing martial arts and things like that. Yeah, a few of my bones are a bit crickety. But, I'd be sort of laid in the sofa, my back hurts, my knee hurts, my elbow hurts, everything hurts, and I'm not moving anywhere. And that's my life now. I can't remember the last time I had an asthma attack. I can't remember the last time I was in hospital. Yeah, okay, my bones hurt every now and again. But it's like, okay, it is what it is. And then I'll go and do a round on the kickboxing bag. That's fine. But yeah, it totally, it really does. So just want to say, back that one up for what Kamal said about the fact that it helps with your health. So if you're finding that you're struggling with your health and things like that, you're always getting ill. All starts with here. For me, your thoughts affect how you feel affect what you do, your action. Nobody wants to do anything if you feel like crap. If your thoughts are spiraling out of control and I used to, what I call it, throw my dummy out the pram. I never wanted to do anything. I'd rather just sit and binge watch TV and woe is me. Whereas now, totally different. Over to you, Kamal.
Oh, thank you. And you see, this is what we're talking about here is that why change this mentality? We can go as back as you want to. That health situation, right? Also been some bumps on the road, but they are bumps that allowed me to grow, and I've accepted them that way because that's the only way to accept them. Why am I going to look back at them and regret them? There's no point. They happened, and they happened for a reason, and they happened for the best of reasons. About 4.5 I can't remember even. I got separated / divorced. Divorce takes time. I couldn't see my children every day after putting them to bed. I lost my job. Didn't know what to do in my life. You see, all of that crumbles up on your head and you feel lost. This happens to all of us. And there's one sentence that helped me. And I've said it many times and I'll keep on repeating it because it's one sentence that was from my dad. And he came to visit with my mom like after everything happened, about 4 or 5 months later. And he said to me this wonderful phrase that I keep remembering all the time and that I wish people would take on as a reminder. And he said, when I said I lost everything, he said, you're not looking at the situation the way it is. You have been gifted with time away from your kids so that you create the father you want to become. Time away from a partner so that you can become the partner that you want to have in your life and to support in your life. Time away from work so that you can become the person and find the job that you want to do, that you love doing. Time away from everything so that you can finally find yourself. Once I heard that, it was like a eureka moment. It was a light bulb and everything started to fall into place. And that's the mentality that we are hoping our viewers can look into. And that brings me to one of the first things that people forget when they start to think about positive mindset, which is gratitude. And that's part of what my dad was teaching me in that moment of loss that I felt. When you practice gratitude for everything that you have, and I'm not talking materialistically, your mind starts to focus on these, on what you're grateful for. And it allows you to set that positive thinking in place. You wake up in the morning, you say, I can breathe. I'm grateful for breathing. Oh, my muscles are working. I can move. I'm grateful. Oh, I'm stretching. That's a wonderful feeling. And slowly, slowly, these gratitudes that we set into our daily life and that we are thankful for start to build up that mindset of positivity, because you will find in every action, in every single step of your day, in everything that you do, a way to accept positivity into your life. You're having a coffee, the smell of that coffee, it tastes wonderful, or tea, or whatever, chamomile if you drink it, whatever it is that you're having. The food that you eat, the time that you spend with children, without children, alone, with a partner, with parents, with loved ones, all of that becomes amplified by joy and gratitude. That changes your mentality step by step. And it allows you to grow exponentially. And I'm going to quote someone that I quote a lot as well. And it's just that simple, but we don't look into it. And it's Shakespeare from Hamlet. There is no good or bad. It is only how we perceive things that they become. Perceive your life as positive. Perceive your life as grateful. Perceive your life as the thankful gift that it is, no matter what the situation is. And that will set up that domino effect into your life of a positive mindset. Nomsa?
I love the power of gratitude to come out. It's very, very powerful. I think we have to be grateful for our lives, because it's very, very important. But unfortunately, it's very easy when we feel stuck, it's very easy to forget where we've been. It's very easy to forget the good things that we have accomplished. It's very easy to forget who we are. We start focusing on the problems instead of focusing on gratitude. For me, I think gratitude is very, very important when I'm going through something. I don't focus on that problem. I focus on the gratitude and being thankful for the things that God has put me through from, and where I'm and how I've been able to be where I am today. And I think when I do that, it makes me look at my problems and say, you know what? That's one of those problems that comes my way every single day. And also looking at yourself as well, because problems, they appear into our lives to teach us a lesson. And then when you look at yourself within and how you can move forward as well, it'll help you to actually move on and find a breakthrough with a great mindset. Our mind is there for us to use it. We can either let it go against us, or we can either use it ourselves like a remote control to say, you know what, I don't want to think this way, I want to go that way. But it has to be a positive thing that we have to do. Like yesterday, my daughter was filming, so I ended up with one of the parents. So, because we left them on the scene, and then we're like, let's go somewhere else. So I ended up going to her town where she lives. And I was like, this is beautiful. I wouldn't mind living here. If I was to live in my city, my town where I live, I'll come and live here. So this girl, she's actually mad. When we talk about the people that actually they research, she is very, very good at researching things. So we're talking about business, and she goes, you can't do that one, Nomsa. I've tried that one. It doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is she tells me the numbers, how she's done the research. And she goes, when I sit down, my husband goes, don't sit down, just get up and go and do something, maybe do something with the kids, because she loves doing some research, and she doesn't speak in her own opinion. She will do some research and test it. She goes, so I was talking about the channel, and she goes, oh no, don't do that on your channel. Don't do that. If you ever want to do something, come back to me. I'll tell you where you need to buy the products and who you need to get in touch in China. I think I've been there. I've done all these things, research. I've ordered things in China. So if you want something in China, I've got connections. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, is there anything else you haven't done? She goes, no. I have done some research on everything. I can tell you this one doesn't work because they're competing with this one. And this one, you'll be competing with the big companies. This one, it works, but you're not going to get loads of buyers. If you want to be a millionaire, you're going to have to go for this one. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. But she did help me a lot because, you know, when you have a mindset of learning, I ended up learning from her the things because she loves doing some research. And so I wanted to put clothing line on my YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel. She was like, no, you can't put the clothing line. Go with this. And it does work. She was like, Nomsa, an old man who is single, who is lonely, what do they do nowadays? I was like, they don't have a wife. They are at home with their dogs. Either they have cats, they have dogs. And she was like, that's the business. Go and find the business and put it in. She was like, yeah, that's the business. A man who is rich or a woman who is rich, they get fed up and they end up getting a pet. And they wouldn't spend it should be like they spend £1,000 on pets. So that's what you need to do. So I was like, okay. So I think when it comes to mindset, you have to have a winning mindset, a winning mind, regardless of what life throws at you. You have to have a winning mindset. But how do we have this winning mindset? You have to meditate. Kamau said the gratitude. Gratitude is a very, very powerful tool when you're going through stuff or when you want to achieve things. Gratitude is because in order for you to receive blessings, you got to be grateful for these small blessings that you have so the bigger ones can come. So gratitude, meditation, and some people, they do breathing exercises. If you're a Christian like me, I pray, I fast. And what else do they do, Kamau? Anyone wants to add?
I'm going to add journaling.
Journaling.
Never forget journaling.
Yes.
Through my experience, I started my journey in 2014. Obviously seen what was happening in 2018, but I needed something more and I didn't know what it was. And I started journaling by accident. And the difference in the way that I, went through that challenge of my mum passing away and everything else that happened with it was just priceless. And now when I'm working with my clients and they're going through issues, I'm like, right, have you brain dumped that yet? And they're like, get it out of your head, get it on paper. And the amount of times, I still do it myself. We all have issues sometimes and we think, we can't be positive 24/7. We're feeling beings. Let's own that. But if you're going through something, get it out your head, get it on paper. And one of the other things I like to do after that, sometimes I save it, and sometimes I'll burn it. Let it go. Let it go. There's no point holding on to stuff. When you were saying about it's very easy to focus on the negative, it is, but it's also easy to focus on the positive. And I love that quote. Kamal, I've wrote it down. Time away to find yourself. I love that. The quote that made me look at my life was, for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. And boy, that was like a bullet in the head, just like yours. But it was like, so true. But yeah, journaling, that's mine.
I think one more that we can add is reframing your thoughts. Again, it's still in the positive mindset. It's still about journaling as well, because by journaling your thoughts, by channeling your thoughts into paper, you could actually see those thoughts written down, whether they're negative or not. And reframing is a powerful method and a powerful tool that we use in NLP. So instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm capable of learning and growing. Instead of saying, this is a bad situation or this is a bad accident, say, oh, this accident happened and maybe it's there because I want to buy a new car. I've been feeling to want to buy a new car, so why not? Reframe your thoughts so that positivity comes into play. Remember, your subconscious does not understand the not. It doesn't. So if you tell yourself, if you keep telling yourself that, for instance, I don't want to do like you don't like doing something, and you say, I don't want to do this. You're telling yourself, I want to do this. And by telling yourself, I want to do this, you're feeling worse because you actually don't want to, you don't feel like doing it. So think about that, all right? You can only amplify, you can only multiply, and you can only add on to your thoughts. You cannot subtract. Your thoughts are there. What you can do is reframe them. Remember the old trick of, I want you to think of nothing, and now everything is going to pop up. And now I'm going to tell you, I want you to not think of a pink elephant. And the only thing that you will be thinking about is a pink elephant for the rest of this call. So yes, I'm adding reframing negative thoughts.
Yeah, I love that. Reframing, I think it is good in because when you reframe things, for me, I used to journal a lot, and I've got loads of journaling thing there, my diaries where I used to journal. Sometimes when I read them, I'm like, who wrote this? So you'll be surprised at the things that comes out of your thoughts. Honestly, sometimes when I read them, I'm like, oh, okay, Nomsa, whoa. But now I say it out loud. If my thoughts come, I confront them, I talk to them. Sometimes I think people, when I'm on the phone, like sometimes because I put my earphones a lot when I'm walking, sometimes I like to walk a lot. And I think people sometimes they think I'm on the phone. Sometimes I talk to myself. When the thoughts are challenging me, if I'm thinking of doing something and the thoughts comes in and they challenge me, I challenge them. I'm like, no, I can do this. And don't tell me 20 reasons why I can't. I can do this. And I find that when I challenge my thoughts and I'm like, no, I'm capable of becoming something. I'm capable of becoming who I want to become. But now the thing is, am I able to actually, do I have the courage to do it? So my thoughts, you cannot tell me that I cannot become this. You cannot tell me that I can't be this, I can't be that. I tell my children as well every day, and their father goes, you know, if I had a choice, all these notes could just get out of the way, because there's notes by every door. Like I tell them, when you want to succeed, you cannot be popular. You can't have both. Because there's a difference between somebody who wants to be popular and somebody who wants to succeed. Angie, what are you saying? You want to go? Before you go, do you want to give the audience some words of encouragement?
I was just like saying, because we've both got meetings at 2, and I know what we're all like when we start chatting and we just get all excited. So, sorry. For anybody who's feeling that, that feeling stuck out there, my words to you is, you might feel stuck, but if you change and rewire and do all the things that we've been talking about, because as long as you self-reflect, look at, go inwards with the journaling, reflect on where you are. We said earlier, be thankful for all the things that you've got in your life. Sometimes we look at things that are really, really bad, and actually it's working for us. Somebody who's not got no shoes can be ungrateful that they've not got no shoes until they see somebody who hasn't got any feet. So be thankful for everything that you've got, and have unwavering belief that you can make things happen. You just, as long as you don't quit, and have compassion for other people, for sure. And just keep learning, just keep working on you, just keep putting you first. That's my biggest tip to anybody. Work harder on you than you do anything else. That's not my quote, that's Jim Rohn. Again, I love that guy. But it's not selfish looking after you. It's selfish if you don't look after you, because when people do need you, you're not there for them. Best thing I ever did was invest in me, so I can be there to support my daughter. I would never be able to do, she'd never be able to do what she's doing. I'd never be able to do what I'm doing right now, which is living on my terms. If I hadn't made that investment, you invest in your car, you invest in your house, you invest in your stuff, you forget about you. You are the most important thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angie.
Thanks, Angie. And I love that acronym that you just created.
Thank you, Kamal.
I'm just going to repeat the basics of what we all spoke about in a different way. Practice gratitude, reframe your negative thoughts, surround yourself with positivity, positive people, positive actions, people who inspire you, that uplift your mood, places that energize you. Practice self-care, please. Love yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. We are our harshest critics, as my mentor used to say, or says. And so be kind to yourself and love yourselves. Make sure to take time for your physical, mental, and emotional states. And focus on solutions. If you see problems, it means there are solutions. If you look at the solutions, there are no problems. Positive reframing again. And grab onto what Angie was talking about, grab onto what Nomsa was saying. And remember, if you're acting, if you're performing, if you're getting no's, a no means next opportunity. So these are my words of encouragement for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kamal and Angie. For me, I'll say focus on the solution, not the problem. And also embrace failure. When you embrace failure, you have the opportunity to learn the skills from that failure, and also know that you have the power to become who you want to become. You have the power to say, I can be this, I can't be this. You can decide. You have those options. Like Angie, you were talking about the PhD that you wrote for yourself, and you had to graduate that PhD, not the university actually giving you that PhD, but you did it for yourself. And you had to celebrate and graduate. And you know what? You became the person that you became because of knowing that, you know what? I have a choice to decide who I can become. So to our Nkosi Talk Shows family, know that you get to decide to hold the pen. And we are here at Nkosi Talk Shows Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. And please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You have lots of options now on YouTube to actually, you can get a membership and get one-on-one with private. When you're actually commenting, you can comment private with other communities, people in the community. And if you want to know about the coaching or any questions that you may have, you can have intimacy with the coaches private. And also on Facebook, like us, please, and give us some gold. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn, you name it, all the social media, we are there. Get in touch with the coaches as well. Live with grace, everyone, and God bless.